Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
We're back.
We say that every time.
1 year into podcasting now, we can officially say that
Yes.
because we released our first episode on the 13th of May, 2025.
Insert celebratory
Yeah,
sound
yeah.
effect.
Editor, please. But yeah, 1 year of podcasting and we're still not prepared. We still are like, oh no, did you prepare? No, did you? Nope. We still have issues recording.
Yeah, we just spent 20 minutes, 10 minutes trying to get it to
warming
work.
up,
Yeah.
yapping. But we prevail apparently, because here we are.
Yeah.
Some people are still listening. And yeah, congratulations to us. How do you feel?
I mean, it's an achievement to
Yeah.
have to say that we've finished a year of podcasting, because that was the goal that we set for ourselves, was to stick it out a year. And we're here. We did it for a year.
Yeah.
It went by so fast.
I guess it did. We didn't even really, I don't know, see it happening, I guess. We just went through it, made it our goal, and here we are.
Yeah.
You can go home and tell your boyfriend, like, hey, thanks for your suggestion. I've done it for a year. What about now? Didn't give up.
Yeah, it's like on Instagram, I think a week or two ago, a week ago or something, I had it's your birthday or something, because we had that brainstorming session when we started planning it, and we made the Instagram account, and then it was saying happy first anniversary or something. I was like, oh, that's coming up.
Whoa. Just takes you back of I remember us sitting in my apartment on the couch.
Twilight was playing, or New Moon, or whatever it was.
Yeah, and it was a gloomy weather or something. We're like, oh my god, are we really gonna do this?
Yeah.
Different mindset, different setting.
Different people.
Yeah, because we've grown so much in a year. I'm so changed. Yeah. Yeah, I don't even know. So what do you feel that has been hard about this?
I mean, prepping, because we both know we suck at that.
Yeah, sadly.
Commute, but that's on me. That's my commute.
Yeah.
That's just me whining about it.
Yeah.
Especially now with the roads and stuff, but besides the point.
Tallinn will never be ready, so you just have to adapt to it.
And yeah, the thought of occasional thought of oh, are we is it going anywhere?
Yeah.
What are we doing? And then trying to remind yourself oh, we're doing it for ourselves because it's a cool thing to do, and it's a cool thing. It doesn't have to be we're world famous podcasters.
Yeah.
Even though it would be nice to have a bigger audience, but
yeah,
you know.
But I guess that's also behind us on working on it.
Yeah.
But we are 9-to-5 baddies, so it's
corporate girlies.
Such corporate girls that it's hard out there. But hey, maybe that would be the next goal for in a year. We want to be somewhere.
Yeah.
That's just us brainstorming this episode. Yeah. This episode will be everywhere because we didn't prepare enough.
We had an idea.
Yeah.
And then life happened, and we're just here to
Yeah, so we're winging it. Let's see if we're as charismatic as we think we are when talking out of our ass. But yeah, valid. Yeah, I would say hard is also actually continuing with it. And I guess I would bring in the marketing stuff, because we want to do a lot of things, but we're just sometimes lazy, sometimes not as skilled as we think we are. Sometimes, it's just something.
But it's a slow progress. I've been taking marketing courses.
Hell yeah.
So maybe we will see an improvement. We did change a bit of our Instagram layout. We've been thinking of that a bit more. So
yeah, but it's on us to sit down and surprise and shock you guys and continue getting bigger, and then in retrospect we'll look back at it and be like, ew, what did we do in 2026? Crazy.
Make it till you make it.
Yeah. What do you feel has been easy?
Yapping.
Yeah.
I mean, I have noticed that I really like our like chaotic episodes where we just yap, because those feel the most natural, and like when I'm editing them, it like feels that it's just like two friends having a conversation. If we're very scripted, I think at least I can tell a bit. But yeah, just like sitting down and like talking, and like I've also kind of enjoyed the editing process. That has been easier than I imagined it would be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that it was hard at first, like sitting down and like, oh, how do I talk to a microphone? What do I do? What do I say?
Yeah.
But now it's like getting easier and easier, I would say.
We were quite stressed about it, to like just talk.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh my God, we're out of topics. Though we have a list of topics we haven't
a growing list.
Yeah, even touched upon.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess for me as well, the talking has been easier than expected. Hearing from you that editing has been easier than expected, then I'm interested to dive and put my coins into that.
You're saying by Ida.
My 2 cents. Yeah, whatever. Brain is not braining. But yeah. So thank you guys for listening. Still, if you are, hope you come back if you lost your way. We still have motivation within us to continue with this, even if it's only us listening at the end. Still, our emails, our DMs are open for ideas, open for collaborations. And yeah, we always take feedback. We ask our closest people for feedback, and they're like, yeah, it's great episode. Wow, loved it.
Yep.
But you can be harsh.
Yeah, criticism is welcome.
Yeah. Absolutely. We are looking forward to some changes of getting more cozy.
Yes.
So investing into microphones that are close to our body, saying this in a non-sexual way, that we can have at home, and then we can have like sitting on the couch, like when we started with the brainstorming, sitting on the couch, talking, recording. And yeah, changes in our visual stuff.
With that, I want to actually, if people are listening, talking into the void, how many people do watch podcasts? It would be interesting to know, because I am a big podcast watcher unless I'm on a walk. When I'm home, I like to put it on the TV. When I'm home alone, I put a podcast on the TV, and I kind of have it as background noise and also like a background visual. But I'm curious, like, how many people do actually watch podcasts?
Yeah, if I'm thinking into like my social circle, I don't think it's that many. But there aren't even many that listen to podcasts. And it's usually like you go on a walk or you are riding a car, whatever. Same for me. So visually I haven't gotten into it. Plus I don't know how interesting it is to see like two people sit and talk. It gives a vibe, I guess. It puts like a face to the noise. But yeah, interested to hear if that's something we need to also think about, invest in, and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, and I thought maybe an insight, we're really bouncing from thing to thing. We gotta go. We can give like an insight on our stats.
Yeah.
Because we're Spotify creators, you know. And Spotify gives us the tea. So I was checking our stats here, putting it on all time. And there's such thing as consumption hours.
Oh, damn.
What do you think our consumption hours is?
Maybe like, let me think. How many episodes do we have? Like 14?
This is the 14th that we're recording. So 13.
So 13.
Out.
And every one of them is like 50 minutes.
Yeah, so like 13 hours of content.
Yep. And we have like, what, 3 listeners? I would put it like 600 hours. Is that too much?
That's a lot.
That's
94 hours.
Oh no. I told you I'm not good with numbers. Okay, 94 hours. It makes sense. Yes.
I don't know how it calculates it, so I just see the number and I just see like the description of it. Total number of hours people have spent listening to or watching your episodes on Spotify. Since February 1st, 2024. I guess when the account was made.
I think it's then the consecutive hours that someone has set, like a approximate like median number of hours.
Yeah, but I mean that's a lot. Like people have put their precious life time into this, so that's cute.
That's very cute.
We were popping off in the beginning when we started, but it's like it's like a heartbeat. If you look at it, I can show you across the.
Yeah, I have it open as well. Yeah.
Yeah, 22 followers. Thank you guys for following.
Whoever they are.
Great.
Shout out to you.
So I guess like for two nobodies like we are, saying that in the sweetest way possible, I guess we're doing okay.
Yeah, 22 followers in a year.
Yeah.
I mean.
And then there was a duo of ladies who made a good podcast, Dissident. I don't know if you've ever deep dived into that. They were just also yapping and talking about everything. Now they stopped after 7 years, and one of them, the comedian, has her own podcast via Patreon and stuff like that. And then I was like listening because her episodes are good. I find them interesting. She brings in guests, talks about it, and her stats were like, going crazy, and she's on Patreon. And I was like, oh, I wonder how that feels like. Great. But she is unemployed currently, so maybe she has more time to invest.
Probably.
And as a comedian, you have some name and face behind it.
Yeah.
Saying that also from a kind spot, not a jealous spot. We're doing the best we can.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do you have anything to add on the stats?
I would just say, it's like looking that we have 417 all-time plays.
Hell yeah.
And it's the number of times people actively watched or listened to any episode in your catalog on Spotify during the selected time range.
50 of it is just me searching up our episodes because I'm going back to like listen or edit or whatever. I love that our most popular episode is our first episode.
I mean, we were
I guess. I guess. Let's get back on that.
Yeah. It was a very yappy episode, I think, as well, when we started. I'm trying to see our YouTube stats as well, but YouTube is very new. If you didn't know, we are on YouTube Music.
Yeah.
So if you didn't know, now you know. But yeah, YouTube is so new that there's like, I think we have 5 subscribers on YouTube.
Who are they?
Which is actually cool because I
don't think I'm subscribed from my personal account.
So
did you look at that?
4 people we don't know. But yeah, we have a couple of views. There's I can even see subscribers, but I can only see one random one.
Cool.
But yeah, it's actually also quite fine. We started our YouTube like last month, the month before.
Yeah, something like that.
And it's also, I mean, your channel got 2 views in the last 28 days.
Hell yeah.
But also bear in mind, we have not posted since what?
Hell yeah.
3 weeks ago.
We'll work on that as well.
We also have not been promoting our YouTube a lot. So
yeah. Much to think about, but we're not here to complain. We're here to share, right?
Yeah, and I think it's good to share because I think nowadays everyone is like, oh, I have this many followers, I have this many subscribers, this many like listeners, whatever. I think it's important to show the smaller numbers and the starting out as well, because you never know where you will end up. And like, I don't know, listening back to this in 2 years, for example, being like, oh, comparing it for like, if we do it in 2 years, like maybe it's more, maybe it's less, maybe we're gonna stop doing it. Like, I don't think there's any shame or like sadness in like, oh, two views in 28 days. I think it's normal. We're 2 random girls from Estonia just making a podcast.
Exactly.
So.
And we hope to inspire someone that's like, oh my God, I don't want to publish my art or my stories. Who, in the kindest way possible, and who cares?
Yeah.
Do it for yourself. Yeah. Oh. Damn, we should, I don't know, edit that. Use that as a ringtone. Whoa. I want to say last week, but we don't record on a weekly basis. We record once a month. Last month, we had a sad episode.
Yes.
I heard we made a few people cry.
Yes.
Thank you for your tears. But I feel like, or I got a comment from my social circle that we forgot to maybe mention where do you get help, or like where to reach out to. So we kind of left that as it is. And I still think it's a topic that we will come back to when we have formulated more thoughts.
Yeah.
But I want to ask you, Caroline, so when you were in your sorrow, your sadness, your grief, where did you get help? Where did you reach out to? How do you get help?
I was fortunate enough that I had my family and my friends. I think for me it was also, I started a new job around like the time where I went through the most grief. And I am so sorry if it sounds like queef.
We'll talk about that.
We'll talk about that. But yeah, I had family and friends, and then I started a new job, and then I think I kind of like, because I was forced to learn a new role and new job things, I kind of like wasn't focusing on it as much. But throughout, like every time I've experienced loss, I have had my family. But I remember in 2023, I heavily considered therapy as well. Back then, I just didn't have the means for it. I thankfully do now. But I know that a lot of people are not fortunate enough to be able to afford therapy. Or maybe are not brave enough to go to therapy to like open up that door to like all of the trauma and the sadness and loss. But I think I would really urge people to do that, because I did end up going to therapy like a year after. And I even went to therapy this January and opened up that topic a bit as well. And I do believe that even if, for example, even if you don't hear anything profound or new from the therapist or your friends or your family, if they're saying you things that you already know, it's still important to talk. It's still important to open up and to speak about it and to vocalize the hurt and vocalize the feeling, because it really, really does help and is beneficial, even if what you hear back is what you already know.
Yeah, preach on that, because I think I tend to forget about it as well, as I'm thinking of going to therapy just to like talk about my stuff. So I preach that.
Yeah.
For me as well, it was definitely family, I don't know, partner at a time, close friends, people just reaching out to like, I don't know, can I get you something, whatever. For me, it helped to go on walks, talk to my trees, as I've said in many episodes. But yeah, just to walk, talk, I don't know. If you need to distract yourself with podcasts or media or whatever, do that if that helps you. It helped me at least. But yeah, just to like also be with yourself and your thoughts, process it through. With my dad's passing, because that was hard. My sister had an idea of us going to a counselor, I guess, to talk about it before the funeral. So me and my sister did go and talk, and I think it helped. It was a full-on crying session, but it helped with our fears about like the funeral and what's next, etc. So again, talking about it, talking to a specialist, someone that knows and maybe like kind of can give you a neutral view or perspective on that is helpful.
There are support groups as well.
Yeah. And like a quick Google, at least in an Estonian, helps you get to peaasi.ee, which we've also hyped in our previous episodes where we talked about stuff. We always talk about stuff. There's multiple numbers to call. They even have their little robot chat bot that you can talk to. You can go to a psychiatry clinic. There's groups. They even list like books that you can read about grief, for example, which I think can help. So there's help out there if you just ask for it. I don't know, you can even ask us via DMs if there's anything specific you want to know. Not that we are professionals, but yeah, just wanted to shout out that there is help everywhere you look. I'm bold of me, but I think even ChatGPT can like guide you in some way, or at least it can search up the numbers and quick helps.
Yeah, if you're stuck on like, if Google is not giving you the help that you need, or you cannot find the resources or the numbers or whatever, feel free to ask ChatGPT or Gemini or something like, hey, I'm based here, like even if you're not in Estonia, like I'm based here, I'm going through this, can you give me a list of resources I can reach out to or read, or like what can I do? I'm not a big hype person on using AI as therapy, but I can hype up finding resources on it, because I think in these cases, especially when it's loss and it's such a big emotion, I think a person will benefit talking to another person about it.
Yeah, I guess the emotions or the emotional support comes into play. But I think if you are in the dumpster fire and I don't know, you don't have the means for it, it could be like a first call for help. But yeah, also jobs that support like your mental health, like the shared place where we worked helped me as well. A blessing, truly a blessing.
Yeah.
So I don't know, something to keep in mind if you're looking for a fresh job, that it has like support for your mental well-being as well.
And if you have mental health like nurses or coaches at your workplace, use it. If you have them in your school, if you are a school person, use it. I just had the talk today at work as well with a colleague about like mental health and like how there is like so many resources now for help. People need to use it. If you have the ability to use it, because a lot of places are more open now to it. And if you have it at your work and your school, this is like great because it's free. You can just use it, right?
Yeah. Hopefully there is no shame or like no strong shame about it anymore. I feel like as it was now, like TV programs, things are more centered around it, more focused. There's like warning signs before you watch something of like where to get help. So I think it's welcoming. Like we know it's happening, so let's just face it with the facts and things that we can help each other with. Yeah. I had a thought, but it disappeared. So I guess that's that.
My grandma would say that you wanted to lie.
Whoa, Grandma, don't come at me. We were joking about how sometimes when we say grief, it may sound like queef. I know it happened in like one of our first, third, whatever episode. I'm thinking of making an edit of that and then just like putting up the vote of like, do you hear grief or queef? Since we didn't fully prepare for you guys, but we always have a backup idea in our pocket and a bunch of screenshots from other people. We're gonna jump into some weird, quirky, whatever, random thoughts and vibes.
Yeah,
that's the best I can put it. You sent me via Instagram some theories, random theories that people believe in, and then quirky woo-woo things that people do, which I think are like kind of in the same bucket. So yeah, do you want to add, do you want to introduce, or should we just read and discuss?
I think we can read and discuss. It's basically, I think both you and I are a bit like woo-woo. Yeah, I don't know.
The Lulu.
Kinda. So I think like that goes with our vibe quite well. And I really enjoyed reading all of those. One of them I sent you long ago, so I don't even remember what like the woo-woo stuff was.
Okay, perfect.
But yeah, we can go through them.
Theories or woo-woo?
Let's start with theories.
Theories, okay. Do you want to start?
Sure.
Hit it.
So It's 5 theories that will actually change your life. And I saw this on Instagram and I was like, I'll send it to Aira right away.
I want to change her life.
And yeah, the first one is, which I've seen all over the internet now, and it's called the burnt toast theory.
Mm-hmm.
Every time you burn your toast, miss your bus, or get stuck in traffic, you are actually being delayed for a reason. Not everything that goes wrong is meant to hurt you. Some things are just redirections or protection. Even if you don't end up where you planned to be, you still arrive where you're meant to be. Maybe later you will understand why things didn't work out the way you wanted, and you will be grateful they didn't. How do we feel about that?
I think about it often. I don't call it with like burnt toast. I get it, why it's titled that. But sometimes I think it takes off like a level of stress from me when I'm like, oh, I missed my bus. Oh, I dropped my sandwich. Mm-hmm. Maybe it was supposed to happen, you know? Like maybe me being a bus late kept me from something.
Mm-hmm. It's kind of like the butterfly effect. Remember that?
Yeah, there were like a series of films about it with Ashton Kutcher in it.
Yeah.
That was a good movie. I still quote butterfly effect. Mm-hmm. When someone comes to me with like, oh, like, should I take this job or this job? I'm like, damn, that's your butterfly effect.
Yeah.
Like, you don't know.
Yeah. Exactly. It's kind of similar to the burnt toast theory. It's like,
I guess, yeah.
Butterfly effect is more about your choices, but this one is more like out of your control things that happen.
Yeah. I'm just trying to see, like, or think if I have a story with that. I think the only one, but I feel like that's with guardian angels, is that I was on the bridge that goes into like Lasnamäe and is near Ülemiste, etc. And I was just like crossing it, going downhill, and then I heard like metals banging together behind me. And it was, which turned out later, like a young guy in a BMW, of course, crashed into someone, was on drugs, and then like ran off. But I just thought like, oh, if I was like 3 cars behind there, it would have been me, like in a car crash. What's it? You know, your like mind starts to go crazy.
Yeah.
But at the time, I think I was like thinking about my grandma heavily, who had passed, and I was like, oh, maybe like she was looking down on me and like kept me from this drama. Yeah. Whatever. But yeah, if I had like, I don't know, left the house later, could have been there.
Exactly.
You never know.
I do believe things like that are connected. And people who don't believe in this, like, will not like this episode. I'm telling it now.
Yeah.
If you're tuned into this, you will not like this episode. But yeah.
In that case, please send me your proof.
Yeah.
In articles that I won't read.
Yep.
Yeah. Well, the second theory, the 90-second theory. Whoa, rhyme. Neuroscientists say an emotion only stays in your body for about 90 seconds. That's how long the chemical reaction lasts. After that, if you're still feeling it, you are the one keeping it alive. Sometimes it's not the emotion hurting you anymore, it's the way you keep reliving it. You're allowed to feel everything, but you don't have to stay there. Let it rise, let it pass, and don't keep replaying the moment that caused it. Let it go. How do you feel about that one?
I agree with it, but I also don't agree with it. Kind of. I don't know. It depends. I think it depends on the emotion. It depends on the thought. It's like my therapist told me that, for example, some thoughts are not worth thinking about. And it can be helpful, but it can be unhelpful at the same time, because how do I distinguish what thought is worth thinking about and what thought is not worth thinking about? About the emotion in the 90 seconds, I am a firm believer in gut feeling. I usually trust my intuition a lot, and if I am feeling that something is up, usually something is up. But it doesn't always last a while. It can be like a moment of feeling it. So I don't know if I believe, of course you are keeping it alive, because if you keep thinking about it, you're going to feel the emotion, right?
Yeah, I have like, I guess I don't fully resonate with it. Or like if I'm fully crying, I'm not going to think about the 90 seconds, I guess. If I'm fully laughing, I will want to continue to laugh. If someone's truly hurting, I don't know, is it heartbreak? Is it whatever heartache, I'm not going to tell them like, well, you're now faking it. Like, you're the one keeping it going.
Yeah, after
Stop
90
your
seconds.
crying.
Yeah.
I don't think it's helpful like that. But maybe if you're like a stats-based person and you're like, you just want to push through it, maybe then it would help you.
I think maybe with anxiety. I think it would be helpful with anxiety. Like, you're scared of something. You want to do something, but you're scared of it. Like, I don't know, trying something new, for example. If after 90 seconds you're still anxious about it, and let's say it's like a little thing or something, then yes, you are feeding the anxiety. But it also has its nuances. It's like, it's not for everything, right?
Yeah.
It's a tough one.
Let us know how you guys feel. I would like to know if someone maybe like heavily resonates with it. Yeah. How do you work with it?
Yeah. How does it work in your day-to-day life?
Yeah.
Do you set a timer for 90 seconds?
It's like a minute and a half, so.
Yeah. I don't know.
Don't know.
Would be interested to hear. The next one is the invisible guest theory. At almost every party, dinner, or gathering, it might feel like people are watching you, judging what you say or how you act. But the truth is, most people are too busy thinking about themselves. To them, you're just another person in the room, not the center of attention. So you don't have to overthink every move. You're not under a microscope. Relax a little, be yourself, and enjoy the moment without assuming everyone is focused on you. How do we feel about that one?
It holds its truth for sure. I think it like humbles you. You are not the center of attention. And I think can also be freeing in a sense that, I don't know, if you put on a crazy new outfit and you're feeling it and then you step outside and you're like, oh my God, everyone's looking at me, stop. They don't actually care.
Yeah.
Maybe they're judging in their head, but they won't say it out.
Yeah.
Or they're like, actually, that's cool. Wow, she's so brave for doing that, whatever. I guess everyone is so self-centered and in their heads.
Yeah.
And I think sometimes when you're like out and you think about it, that like, actually this person does not care. And I also don't care what they're wearing or doing, whatever. You just like take a step back and continue on about your life.
Yeah. For me, it also, for example, resonates with dance class or gym, because those were two things I was really anxious about, mostly because of like, oh my God, what will, if I don't know how to use this machine, or I don't know how to do this move, or like, what will people think? People will think I'm like silly or something. But like, I've recognized that, especially after attending dance classes, going to the gym, like, I really don't care. I will go try out a machine. I will go wait for a machine. I will just walk around aimlessly. Really don't care. Unless, because there are some people like this who stare at you, then I'm like, I will give a stare back and be like, what the hell are you looking at?
Yeah.
But otherwise, I don't notice. I don't really care. Everyone is there to work out. And if you have a problem with a person, or like think that a person is silly doing something, be it dancing in the gym, I don't know, wearing an outfit that to you looks, for example, silly, of course, to a means, like there are limits to everything, right? And if you're going to the gym and you're like doing roly-polies on the bar, or like if you go out with your ass cheeks out, like I will be like, questionable. But still, nobody cares. Like, really, nobody cares. Even if they care, they will forget about it in 30 seconds.
Exactly. So do what you want in normal circumstances, but just, don't be a hater or like a bully.
Yeah, exactly.
Because oftentimes when I think some bully-esque thoughts or whatever, I'm like, oh my God, her skirt's like so pink. I'm like, are you jealous? Do you want that pink skirt? And I'm like, yes, I am jealous and I want that pink skirt.
Yeah.
And that's the facts.
Yep.
Right. The sunflower theory. When your mood drops, go outside and turn your face toward the sky for 60 seconds. Close your eyes, take slow breaths, and let the natural light hit your skin. It may seem simple, but your body understands it. Sunlight helps your brain calm down and gently resets your nervous system. It's like giving yourself a small pause to breathe and start again. You don't need anything complicated, just a moment of light, stillness, and air to feel a little better.
Yeah.
Say that to me in February.
Yeah, say that to me in December.
Yeah.
But I do agree with it. because in Estonia we don't get a lot of sun. We get sun a few months a year, sadly. But I do feel that it's true.
Yeah.
For example, we put out our balcony chairs when it was like one of the first sunny days, like a warm day, spring day. It does make such a difference. Like you go sit.
Oh yeah.
You like turn towards the sun and you're like, yes, this has been missing in my life.
Yeah, we are like little plants. We need sun, we need water.
Yep.
And then we can thrive.
Yep.
So completely, I think the weekend that we just had, which was like so sunny, I just wanted to be outside in the sun.
Yeah.
Gave me some sun.
Yep.
So that's feels like a no-brainer almost. Kind of like go outside sometimes.
Get your vitamin D.
Yeah.
Get your fresh air. Talk to trees.
Talk to trees. Talk to the sun if you want.
Talk to crows. I do that now on my walks.
That's cute.
So,
yeah.
Do something. Be in nature. Okay, and the last one. The unfinished room theory. Everyone you meet builds a room inside you. Some leave it warm and complete. Others leave halfway with things broken or messy. Even after they're gone, that room can still affect how you love, trust, and attach. The lesson is, you don't have to live in the mess they left behind. You can clean it, fix it, or even rebuild it in your own way. Their part may be unfinished, but the space is still yours. You get to decide what stays, what goes, and how your house feels in the end.
Yes. It just triggered in me to look up. Do you know Daniel Sloss, the comedian?
I've heard of him, yes.
He had a life as a puzzle theory. And while you talk about this unfinished room theory, I can see if it correlates or not. So how do you feel? Do you feel like it resonates with you?
I do feel it does, but I suck at following it, I think, because I'm a sensitive little being, even though I like to say that I'm a toughie and I don't care, but I am a sensitive person to my core. And like all of us, I've had people in my life who have left a mark. It is hard to move on from the hurt a lot of the times. If someone has left, let's say, the room really messy and unfinished and done damage in your little house inside of you, it can sometimes be hard to fix it and clean it, even years after. But I do believe that everyone should make their best effort to clean those ugly rooms inside of the house that they are, because it will bring you so much more freedom. It will bring you so much more self-love, and it will make your life so much easier. For example, I don't know, if you have trust issues because a person betrayed your trust in the past, try your best to let go of it. Try to not think that all people are like that. Try to think that, okay, you had that sucky experience with that one person. That room is messed up. What can I do to make that room good again? Kind of. I don't know. It's very philosophical, but like just to make it easier for yourself. And that might mean going to therapy, for example, to help you with that process.
Yeah, or find the peace within you and just lock the room and leave it. Demolish it.
Or that. Yeah.
I guess. But you have to know that it exists there.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I did find the other theory. Life as a puzzle. Sloss compares life to a jigsaw puzzle where the goal is to discover the image, but the box is lost. So you can't see what it should be. The structure. The puzzle starts with edges, which is family, friends, passions, and hobbies. The centerpiece. Society tells us the centerpiece is a romantic partner, leading us to forcefully jam the wrong person into our lives to feel complete. The forcefully jam the wrong person was in the little quotations, yeah. The problem here is we often ignore that a partner doesn't truly fit because we are terrified of being alone. Key lessons of the jigsaw analogy: love yourself first, do not settle, time does not equal success, no one is missing a piece. You are already a complete or a whole what was that word now? You are whole without a partner. Whoa. But yeah, he just brought that up. It's quite nice. I think you can even like look it up on YouTube. Don't have to watch the whole thing. And because of his like analogy and stuff, a lot of couples have broken up. Apparently, he has like, I don't know, received apparently like a lot of 350 plus divorces, 300 canceled engagements, 250K breakups, he claims.
Damn.
But yeah, I think that's also a nice thought that maybe the partner in the messy room doesn't fit your whole house vibe, so maybe don't push it there like it is with the puzzle, or a friend, a family member even, whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah.
So those are the thoughts to take away from these theories and see if they resonate with you or your life.
Yeah. Let us know.
Please let us know. Yeah, I would really like to know, like, with the invisible guest? No. 90-second theory.
90 second, yeah.
How do we feel? Do we have time to yap through the quirky woo-woo stuff?
I think so. They're very fast. I think we can go into them.
I guess the favorite first one of mine is touch the trees. So someone on Twitter, Threads, whatever is out there, these are all from Instagram. If you want links to them, let us know. You have to DM us. So someone named Sarah is saying, touch the trees as many as you can. Name the ones nearby you. Make it a habit to wave or feel their bark under your palm as you pass by. This changed my life truly.
Yeah, that's cute. And I think as adults, we lose that whimsy.
But we lose that whimsy a lot.
Yeah.
Let's be whimsy.
Yeah.
That's why I always say be woo-woo and go talk to the trees. I guess that helps me regulate my nervous system. You don't get an answer, but you're like, speaking it out loud made me realize.
Like we said in the beginning, talking about it helps, even if you don't get the answer that you probably would have wanted.
Yeah. Second one, no name. I don't know if it's necessarily weird, but every time I hear an ambulance, I send prayers to whoever it is going to. It makes me feel more connected to the fellow humans than I usually care to, which in turn softens my heart. It's sweet. I'm not the prayer kind, but I always feel some kind of overwhelming sensation when I have to let the ambulance pass or when it passes by. I guess it like gives like a break to my heart, ache, whatever. And I've talked about this with other people. Apparently I'm not special. Like a lot of people feel that. Crazy. Like I can almost tear up because I'm like, oh my God, someone is in danger. Because if they like pull out the sirens, you know, they mean business usually.
Yeah. This one I like. This is from Mayara. Amayara?
Or is it Thea? Amira? I don't know. The Amira? I mean, yeah.
It's something.
Thanks, girl.
Legs up the wall. I see people mention it, but it doesn't so much for the human body and mind. I do this.
It's like a yoga pose.
Yeah. I lay on the couch, I put my legs up on the wall. I lay on the bed, I put my legs up on the wall. It will help. Like, trust me. It will help. I've done it ever since I was a kid.
Yeah. Yeah, because you, as a kid, you always randomly do random stuff. Yeah. Put your feet everywhere. I've also brought that back when I like do my stretches, and sometimes my stretch thing ends with like legs up the wall for 2 minutes, and that's quite nice. This one from Dynamic Crumbs is a bit random, I would say. If I'm sad, I pretend I'm sad soup in the tub. Then I can get out of the sad, and the sad goes down the drain without me. Makes me feel better. Personally, not for me, but sure. To each their own. Sometimes you can shake off the sad.
Yeah.
Dance it out. Whatever. I guess jumping into the book corner.
Yes. What have you been reading?
So I finished a book from the Hunger Games series. I think I mentioned it. I'm not sure. The Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. I had watched the movie before that. And I wasn't quite fond of the film because I was like, I don't understand. Now that I've read the book, I want to rewatch it. And it made me understand Snow as a character much better. Like, he is a villain. I'm sorry to spoil. It's not even a spoiler. He's a villain. He's a true villain. So if anyone is interested in, like, I don't know, if you've only seen the first series or in the films, then like read the books and read this book as well, because you truly see where he's coming from, but I feel like he's not hard to resonate with, because he's just a character. I don't know. Okay. Have you read Is Hunger Games Your Thing?
No, I watched the first two movies. The first movie, I don't remember. I've seen the first movie, definitely. But the rest, no. I was recommended to read the series, so I might get into that, but let's see.
Definitely. It's again one of the series that was like on the same timeline era of Twilight, so you had this to read and that. I don't know, it's just something that, again, that brought me up and was like a big thing, and you went to the cinema and it was like, whoa, crazy. So now, reading this now at the age that I am in is a bit different, but I think it was still a good read. And yeah, I did like how the characters like kind of grew out to be, I guess. And now I'm reading Blues Sisters.
I've looked at that book, actually.
Apparently a sad book. So, whoa, yay me.
So, let me know how it is, I guess.
Yeah.
You're still reading that Brick of a Book, to Paradise?
Have I touched a page since 2 months? No. Very hard to motivate myself to read that for some reason. I should maybe like take it to the countryside, because I do a lot of reading there outside. But something in me is just like not feeling it.
Well, sometimes it is like that. Sometimes you need to give a break to a book. And come back to it later.
I did give up on one of the books. I don't remember if I mentioned that. I was given this book like randomly. The Atlas 5.
Atlas like 6?
Or 6, I don't know. And it's also a series. Did not vibe it. I can give the book to you if you want. Maybe you'll vibe.
I need to see what it is about.
Yeah, no spoilers.
Yeah.
So sometimes it's okay to maybe give up.
Yeah, completely.
That's the last lesson.
Just give up. Sometimes it's okay.
So what's happening in your Bookstagram and your books?
Bookstagram, I have completely abandoned it, and I feel ashamed. And with books, I have sadly gotten into a slump, I feel like. I think I have fantasy fatigue a bit, because when I think about picking up a fantasy book, I'm kind of like, but do I want to? I started like, I wanted to but continue the series that I talked about in the last episode that I wasn't vibing with, but I was like, oh, maybe I should continue it to see what's happening. I've been pausing it now because I'm like, but do I really want to read it? Or am I just reading it because I know that my boyfriend really loved the book and I want to see what happens, you know? But I have been reading here and there. I finished the book called How to Age Disgracefully. It's like a comedy-esque book. It had a twist in the end, which I was not expecting. It was a great book. If you want, I can lend it to you. It's like a pensioners club, and then they start like unraveling like some drama or something, and it's like it's a very feel-good book, basically. Loved it, read it quite fast, and then I read The Silent Patient, which had been on my bookshelf for like, I would say like 5 years. Good book, but I do believe that I have read better mystery books, like crime books, but it was still a good read. Yeah, and now I'm kind of like, I didn't know what to read next, so I picked up Twilight.
Ooh.
Because I was like, I'm not feeling anything else. I have a lot of books on my like TBR. I was like, okay, I remember like 3 nights ago I was like in front of my bookshelf, and I was like, okay, I've bought like 3 new books in the last month. None of them are speaking to me right now. And I was like, I'll just pick up Twilight. It was either Twilight or Harry Potter, and I was like, let me pick up Twilight. It was a gloomy evening. I was like, perfect. But yeah, it's like kind of just my night book to like get me sleepy, because otherwise I'd be scrolling. And I'd rather read something. But yeah, that's like currently. And then today I started as another book, like a day book, The Insect Crisis. So it's basically like informative book about like what our life would be if we didn't have any bugs, and how the bugs are a part of our ecosystem and a needed part of our ecosystem.
Yeah.
So started reading that. And then I also found a book that I didn't buy when I was in Rahvaramat in a bookstore, and now I really regret it. It was Jane Goodall's A Book of Hope, I think it was called, which touches about like the current world situation we're in, the wars and the crises and the environmental crisis that we're having and everything. But it touches on the side of like we should still have hope, and what hope means, and how to go through like life with still having hope, even though situations are tough.
Okay, well, something to return to.
Yeah.
Or hint, hint, I don't know, ask for birthday, whatever.
Yeah.
Nice. Yeah, speaking of Twilight, I want to read like the books that I haven't yet. So Edward's POV.
I can lend it to you. I have
perfect. Because they don't have it in my local library. And then there are ones that are like written from other people as well.
Yeah.
Also interested to read those.
Yeah. There's one that is like Bella is male and Edward is a female.
Yeah, that to me felt kind of weird, but okay.
I don't remember what it was called. It had a green apple on the...
Yeah, it had a green apple. Yeah. And then I think one book is of the girl that was young and got turned into a vampire or something like that.
I have that one as well.
Okay, well, there's my library. Then I don't have to stress.
Anything Twilight, you can come to me.
We should go on the Twilight quiz.
Oh, damn. We would ace it.
I mean, I hope. I'm going to a Shrek one.
Oh, damn. Did you know that on the 1st of May, TV3 was playing exclusively Shrek?
I know because we had our TV going. Our cats were watching the TV. And sometimes when I came back from outside, I was like, oh, it's just Shrek 4th. I'll watch it. Refreshing my memory for the quiz.
For the quiz, yeah.
Love it. Shrek is iconic.
Yeah.
All right, guys. We have been yapping for a long time.
This has been a long one.
The car queues or whatever, traffic has cleared out, so we're free to go home. It's been great. It was a yap. We have some ideas for next time. Let's see if we have time to prepare them.
Yeah.
Hopefully. We'll try to do better. And yeah, again, happy 1-year anniversary.
Yay.
Write to us if you want, kindly. Leave suggestions. If you even want to help out with anything or talk on the podcast, let us know. We can make anything work.
Yep.
Bye, I guess.
Bye.